and of course, Mrs. DJ CEO, aka Tampa Bay Tammy. Really appreciate y'all for making this platform happen. Uh, In Touch News, it really is an important part of our community, man. It's what the In Touch News newspaper was in the beginning. Like now, In Touch News is just a staple, but before In Touch News became part of Tampa Bay life, In Touch News was this new thing, making its way, making its name, carving its niche, if you will, in the Tampa Bay area. And you know, I remember when uh, Tammy and Daryl were just out all the time with the paper, you know, making sure that the paper got in people's hands. Not people make sure they get the people in their hands. Not what I said. Not people make sure to get. Not people make sure that people get the paper in their hands. And you know, now the In Touch News program is the kind of thing that is on that cutting edge, and pretty soon people, if not already, people are gonna be clamoring and scrambling to get it. So if you are one of those fortunate ones who are tuned in, or let me say it like this, since you are one of those, because obviously you have to be one of those ones, right? If you listening to the program, so since you are one of those fortunate ones tuned in and picking up on the In Touch News radio programming, congratulations to you. But this is incredible, innovative, and pioneering work on the part of DJ CEO and Mrs. DJ CEO, aka Tampa Bay Tammy, and I appreciate them so much for all they do to make it happen. Also, gotta give love and shout outs to my man DJ Bezel, back there doing this thing, making the program pop, and making us look good as we can. And also, as has become my custom, I'm up on game now. Got to thank you for tuning in. DJ, can you give him a hand clap? Give him a hand clap for tuning in. Yeah, that's for you. That's what's going on inside my heart right now for you tuning in to the Life Malcolm Show. And gotta tell you, I'm your host. Man, I'm not sure exactly when we started. I think I said that I was gonna get the exact date, but this week right here might be my 1 year anniversary. Is it? I don't know. When was the first Life Malcolm Show? Who can call in? You can call in at 813-444-9588 and say, just talk. We could talk. But who can call in and tell me what was the first day the Life Malcolm Show aired on In Touch News? I know it was in November. I think it was like right around this time of the month last year. But we like on our 1 year. I'll tell you what. So, DJ, cut the music. What we gonna do? Oh, DJ cut the music. See, he cut it. So what we gonna do? Since I don't know the exact day the Life Malcolm Show started, I know it was in November. What we gonna do though is gonna have like a anniversary show next week. So tune in, cause next week could be the last week, right, of the month. All right. Yeah. So next week will be the last Tuesday of the month. We're gonna do a anniversary show. We've been here for 1 year show, and yeah, all right. So if you've tuned into the Life Malcolm Show, certainly if you've tuned in recently, you know how we do it. We do something light, then we do something heavy, and I'm sure you know it's a lot of heavy out here. So we're gonna get into the heavy, but man, something light. Part of the something light I like to do, which has become my custom. Oh, DJ, cut the music. Let me say that this is a call-in show, and as I alluded before, you can call in at 813-444-9588. We're going to take your calls, take your questions, take your comments, and do that. I also want to say that if you're listening, because that's important, but you can also watch. Go to Facebook and check out the In Touch News page, and you can leave comments and stuff, and we get real interactive. And you can watch us on YouTube and go to the intouchnews.com page and connect like that as well. So however you choose to tune in and view, do that. And if you want to leave some comments and what have you, please do that. All right. So something like this weekend was a really cool weekend for me. So I took a day off, sorta. You don't never really get a day off when you doing the work of the people. Ain't no such thing as a revolutionary PTO and a revolutionary sick day. When I said took a day off, though, I took a day away from the office. DJ cut the music. So what we have to do, y'all, is go back and look at the previous episodes, because Bezel told me that this the same chair I've been in for previous episodes, and I don't believe that because of my elbow. I know y'all see me keep doing this, and it's not because there's something wrong with me. But if we go back and see that it's been the same chair the whole time, it might be something wrong with me. So I'm going out on a limb and saying it's not me, but I just feel like I'm not in my, not my normal thing, because my elbow keeps slipping and I keep looking like I got the palsy or something like that. But I'm fine. I just promise you, I don't feel like I'm in the same, chair. But anyway, so if you see my elbow slipping, it's just me. Yeah, I'm not. There's nothing wrong. We're okay over here. But I was saying, what was I saying? This weekend, yeah, we had some good stuff going on. We had a day off on Friday. I took a day off. If for those of you who don't know, for a long time I did not. Let me say it differently. For a long time, I worked for myself. I was self-employed. When I say for a long time, I'm talking like from 2014 till 2020. And that's not right. That's wrong. From 2004 to 2020, because 2014 to 2020 is not a long time but 2004 to 2020. Went around the country doing spoken word, making a living that way. And last year, I hooked up with the law firm, Acelia Law Firm. Shout out to Acelia Law Firm. We be doing big things, man. And I really appreciate Attorney Jeremy McClymont and his leadership, courage, entrepreneurial spirit, business acumen, and acuity. I mean, he does lawyering right, and from the courtroom to the office, he does it right, and he extended an opportunity to me to be a part of the Acelia Law Firm team last year, and I've been a part of that team ever since. But it's been an adjustment. I ain't know nothing about no paid time off and sick days and stuff like that. But the other day, I took a day off, and not just a day off to go, like I did a few weeks ago to the Black is Back Coalition for Social Justice, Peace, and Reparations march in the White House. I did take a day off then, but I was on a mission and went D.C. do that political work. But last week, I just took a day off to just have a day off. Not really anywhere to go. Not really any specific things to attend to. And man, it's cool, just to not have to, hustle and bustle about. Y'all know what I mean. So yeah, that's something like. Also, my youngest daughter. I'm not going to get too deep into her personal business, but I would tell you this. I was really happy that the youngest daughter shared with me some things let me say it more specifically, shared with me something she wants in her life. And it's like a womanly kind of thing, if there's such a thing. But she told dear old dad, like, you can handle it. I was like, I can handle it. And I took it. She told me, I was like, yeah, I support it. So it gave me an opportunity to test my fatherly fortitude, and I appreciate that. My youngest of the youngest, Yeezy, is a flag football player now. So the oldest of the youngest, which would be the oldest of the two youngest, Journey, she's not really into sports. She's an artist, like incredible artist, incredible story creator and storyteller. And so, we do that, really well. Yaya is an athlete, and she loves sports. She played volleyball this past volleyball season for her school, and now it's flag football season. So, me and Yeezy, been out throwing the football. So, Yaya, y'all met her before. Her name is Jaye, but when they were young, Journey, the oldest of the youngest, could not say Jaye, and so she would say Yaya. And for the past 12 years or so, it's been Yaya. So Yaya, and I put my little spin on it, call it Yeezy. So Yeezy is the athlete of the whole bunch, because the oldest of the whole crew, Aisha, that's my oldest living child, is not an athlete either. She used to run track, but sports wasn't really her thing. She's artistic and esthetician, and creator of like body ointments and like facial stuff, like skin treatment. She's an esthetician. She does that stuff well. But Yeezy likes sports. So, Yeezy done had the old man out there throwing the football and catching the football, feeling them old football injuries come back like trip down memory lane, you know what I mean? So, so something like. When we get back, though, we're going to talk about what y'all been waiting on, the Kyle Rittenhouse stuff and the rest of it. Right here on the Life Malcolm Show, man. We're going to get at it. You can call in and talk about it with me if you want to, 813-444-9588. One way or the other, we're going to get with it on the Life Malcolm Show right here on In Touch News. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
so believe we 100. Down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay, call Ricky, he coming. He taking kids state of Florida, grab a pen of sun. Down 184-361-RICK. That's 184-361-7425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, plus your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361-RICK. Call Ricky, ask Ricky. It's a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and giving you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RICK. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
By now, we're all aware of the dangers of COVID-19. Like others with existing health issues, cancer patients are at a high risk due to their compromised condition. If you are newly diagnosed with cancer, your care likely can't wait. Moffitt Cancer Center is the best place for your cancer concerns and to provide guidance to help you plan your next steps. We're here for you. Call 1-888-456-2839 or go to moffitt.org/here for you.
You've been injured. You deserve help from an attorney that knows how to handle your injury claim. This is Attorney Clinton Paris from the Law Office of Clinton Paris. For over a decade, I worked for insurance companies, and now I use that knowledge and experience to help people that have been injured. For a free consultation, call me, Attorney Clinton Paris, at 813-413-7924. That's 813-413-7924, or at parislawoffice.com. At the Law Office of Clinton Paris, we take the pain out of being hurt. Offices, Riverview.
All right. And we're back right here on the Life of Malcolm show on In Touch News, where everybody is a star and the biggest star is you. DJ Bezel, why don't you call the show? Call the show and let's talk about some stuff. No, man. No. You don't have to call in. I don't want you to throw yourself off. You right here. Just you got your microphone. You beatboxing in the microphone. We can have a discussion. But you know, I still want to talk about the weekend though. I did something this weekend that I haven't ever done before. I went to the Florida Classic in Orlando. Never been. I have not been to the Florida Classic since the Florida Classic left Tampa. And I'll tell you why, because I felt some kind of way. Yeah, Florida Classic was supposed to leave Tampa, but it did. And I felt some kind of way, so I never made it my business to make it over to Orlando to participate in the Florida Classic festivities. But this year, my cousin, what's up, cuz? What's up, Tommy? My cousin, Big Tom, the outdoor kitchen magician. I mean, if you want an outdoor kitchen, you holler at the outdoor kitchen magician. Google him, whatever. And, I'm just saying, not just because he's my cousin, because he does this thing. I like to see African people doing their thing. Anyway, cuz had a RV set up with some of his other RV buddies on lot number 7 right across from the stadium. And we were out there, man, got an opportunity to see family members and kick it with them and, go walk around at different vendors. And for some reason lately I've been on this catfish kick, like this fried catfish, and was able to get me some fried catfish and fries and, just enjoy the festivities in the family. Good to see Africans out there in the mix, just having a good time, enjoying the classic. Don't even know what happened as far as the game is concerned. Do you? You know who won the game? You don't? No. All right. So hopefully the people who y'all wanted to won. I just wanted to kick it with the family. The rain was an issue a little bit, but no biggie. We had tents and covers, and them people who do that tailgating thing on a regular basis know how they prepare for the elements. Nothing was gonna stop the tailgating experience for the Thomas Macon crew.
It sounded like you had a good time though.
Man, it was good, man. I didn't. So I remember being in RVs back in the day. Man, but it was nothing like this modern setup. It's like just a house, well, maybe not a house, but like a little studio, like a little studio apartment on wheels. Got kitchens, and then they brought out the grills, the smokers. They had like stereo equipment. They had mixers and all the speaker sound. It was really dope. So really good. Older people in the family were there, down to the younger people. Got an opportunity to meet relatives, mostly cousins from across generations. Just really good time. So that was that, and it was something else that happened this weekend I wanted to tell y'all about, but can't remember. I should have written it down. It was supposed to go into something light category, but a lot of things on the heavy side of the game have happened, and may as well jump right into that. We're gonna start with the lightest of the heavy. Malcolm X's daughter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which one was it? I know that she was a twin. Was it Malika? Is it Malika? Malika Shabazz, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Malika? I mean, let me see.
I believe so.
Because they're twins. I think it's Malika and Malak or something like that. Malika Shabazz, and because she has a twin, and I think the twin is Malak Shabazz. Anyway, Malak, Malika and Malak. So one thing I found interesting about the stories that I saw announcing our dear sister's demise is the bourgeois media's characteristic character smearing, of our people. They couldn't for whatever reason, I shouldn't say for whatever reason, that's liberal. Because colonial bourgeois media has as a function to keep Africans, to keep before the world that Africans in this country, in the U.S., are colonized people, or something that the colonizers other every chance they get, by any means they can reach. Bourgeois media, instead of just saying our dear sister died and talking about all of the glorious things they could have said about her short life, even if it was a short list, and all of the glorious things about her ancestry, being Malcolm X's daughter, colonial bourgeois media laid out this litany of run-ins that our dear sister had with the law, the so-called law, right? Law enforcement people, statutes, ordinances, and regulations, what have you, that she supposedly violated. I mean, I was, I wasn't necessarily taken aback, but I must admit, I was appalled that these monsters who pass themselves off as news reporters would spend so much real estate in as far as page length and what have you, talking about what the sister did 10 years ago and 10 years before that, and all this stuff, man. I just thought it was pretty disgusting because her record, or the record that they have of her conduct, says nothing about, or there's nothing to talk about in comparison to the record of the colonizer, the record of the colonial capitalist system that forced this woman, our dear sister Malika Shabazz, to grow up without a father. The record of the system that snatched her father away from her before she ever got to see him, who left Malika with nothing but memories of what her father was, who her father was, robbed her of the ability to follow in his footsteps because she couldn't see them, and certainly discouraged her from doing so, or attempted to, because I'm not sure if they did, but if they did, discouraged her from, I want to clean that up. What I'm saying is, the colonial capitalist construct is always working to make sure the colonized people don't want to do the work that Malcolm did. That's the thing. That's why there's so many police on the streets. That's why there's so many African people being killed by police in the most brutal way. That's why Martin Luther King. That's why the government killed Martin the way they did. All right, but so you're gonna have to give me a signal sooner than that, because you make me.
No, go ahead. Do your thing.
All right. Because no, we can go to break, but I'm just saying, like, you usually give me a countdown. I've been looking for my countdown. Now I feel like I just got to bite my tongue.
Yeah, no.
All right, so we're gonna stop right there, and we'll come back after the break. It's the Life Malcolm Show, y'all.
Comes to reality radio, everyone is a star.
I know that's right.
On your smooth soul and R&B station. On the World Wide Web.
Access granted.
In Touch Radio.
Cancer affects everyone, but minority populations are often hit hardest. Moffitt Cancer Center is working to address the barriers that keep some groups from getting the care they need. African Americans develop cancer at a younger age, have more aggressive cancers, and experience worse outcomes than the general population.
While cancer treatment is evolving with precision medicine, who is being left behind? We know for many decades that some groups experience a greater burden of cancer than others. We can prevent it, we can detect it early. It's very beatable when we find it early. I have worked with cancer patients during their treatment. All cancer patients have courage.
So my treatment was about 18 months. I had 3 cancers and 7 surgeries. But my son told me, like, Mom, you're the strongest person that I know. Moffitt saved my life.
During COVID-19, Moffitt is a safe place for your cancer care. Call now to schedule an appointment.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Life Malcolm Show. Right here on In Touch News, where everybody's a star and the biggest star is you. And yeah, like in my mind, you the biggest star if you call in and holla. And you can do that at 813-444-9588. I'm your host, Life Malcolm. We're talking about Malika Shabazz and how bourgeois media would smear her name. And you know what? I don't even know if that's a good way to characterize it, because it's not. I don't know if it's a smear campaign. I've heard us characterize how the media characterizes us as like a besmirching and a smear campaign, and wow, the characterizations are often unfavorable according to the status quo. Those things may actually, the things that they say about us oftentimes may be a badge of honor, if you will, because a lot of times those stories are simply accounts of the African willingness to struggle against the colonial domination we experience every day. So I don't know if it's a smear campaign. It might be a goddamn promotional campaign. So, but they take to the news to try to paint this picture of a person who broke the law and was of less than acceptable social moral mores, and completely liquidate the hand that the colonial capitalist system played in contributing to the circumstances under which our dear sister Malika lived and died. And so we just want to just say that when you read the stories and see all the stuff they say about Malika, what she might have did and what she did do, or whatever, always keep in mind that whatever she did because she did in the context of the fact that this government killed her father, who lived and worked and died working to make sure that whatever she did, she didn't have to do, because he was hoping to make sure that she didn't have that same struggle that she faced in this colonial capitalist system. Stole that influence from her, made it impossible for him to bring his desire to make the world a better place for her into fruition in his lifetime. So, let's keep it in that context. All right, I said Rittenhouse, so let's talk Rittenhouse. I had to talk about our sister, Malika. All right, so you want to talk Rittenhouse with me? All right,
We can do that.
all right. So let's start. I don't know why people be scared to call 444-9588. Man, call. It's all right. I understand that, a lot of times you don't want to sound wrong when you call, but it's okay to be wrong. You can call and get right. Nothing wrong with being wrong and getting right. But Rittenhouse, what you think? Speaking of right and wrong, what you think? Right verdict, wrong verdict? What you think?
So definitely a wrong verdict.
Think so?
Yeah, I do.
Why you think so? Hey, by the way, y'all, this DJ Bezel.
This is my thoughts on this stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Well, just the fact that, you were 17 years old,
right?
Not even in the same state you did this shooting at. Went to another state, interrupted a rally, and then blame call for self-protecting, which you went out there with the intent, with the gun, to do those type of things.
Do what type of things?
To kill.
He went out there with the gun to kill.
He went out there to kill.
All right. How you come to that conclusion? I'm just because I didn't watch the trial. I'm gonna tell you that. Did you watch?
I didn't watch it. No.
All right. So where did you?
No.
How did you come to the conclusion that he?
Well, from the news breaking, I know that he fatally shot 2 men, and wounded another person.
Right. He did kill 2 and maim 1.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But you say he went there to do that.
Yeah, he went there to do that.
What? That's what I'm asking you. What makes you think he went there to do that? Like, where do you get that part from?
Where I get that part from?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't believe. Well, he went there with the cause, with a weapon. You know what I'm saying? You don't go there. You don't bring a weapon to a gunfight if you ain't gonna shoot, right?
I can't sign on to that.
Okay. Can't sign on to that. But I'm just saying, if you were the Wild Wild West,
you know Wild
right?
West,
you gotta have your pistol on you.
But
right?
I'm saying in the Wild Wild West, everybody had guns.
Everybody had guns.
Right. But not necessarily to they don't go. Some of them showed up to the saloon to play poker.
Some of them did.
But not to shoot and kill.
No.
But if shooting and killing happened, if they were put in that kind of position, they got the shooting and the killing on. So when you say he went there for that, I just want to know, where you got that from. Just in case there was something that I missed, because I thought that from what I saw and read, he went there to put out the fires that people started and to help with the vandalism and to provide first aid, like first responder kind of assistance. That's what I remember hearing, that he went there for that.
Okay.
But you saying he went there to shoot and kill, and I don't even think he was charged with premeditated murder, was he?
No, but, I didn't watch the trial.
Yeah.
I'm just really basically going off of the news.
And I ain't putting you on the hot spot.
No, I know that.
But it's hot over there.
But it's hot. It's real hot. Need to open the door a little bit. But just for his actions. You know what I'm saying? Just basically who allows a 17-year-old kid to go to another country, another state anyway? It's just a sad situation, man.
Yeah. So, and I appreciate you raising those things, and I'm gonna answer that question. Who allows a 17-year-old to go to another city, state, county?
Well, city, state, county.
I'm saying. I was 5 years old when I took my first plane trip by myself.
Okay.
From Tampa to LAX, TPA to LAX. I ain't had no gun, of course. But I'm just saying. People allow. It's not out of the ordinary for a 17-year-old to travel. So
with a gun that big, no, I mean, like that's a big old gun, though.
That might not be ordinary. I'll give you that. But I'm saying the reason why I am addressing what you said the way I am is because there are people who take these little pieces, like you said, who allows a 17-year-old to go to another. A lot of people do. He took a gun. Yeah, okay, he took a gun. He had a gun. Okay, he had a gun.
He said he was there to protect the car dealership from being vandalized.
Yeah, because I think they're saying car dealership I think there was like a franchise, and it had some issues at another location, and probably at the same location where he was present, and so they were there dealing with that. But here's the thing: none of whether he went there at 17, let me say it differently. The fact that he went there at 17, went to the site of the uproar and rebellions happening in Kenosha at 17.
At 17 with an
Irrelevant.
AR-15.
The fact that he went
like,
there with an AR-15.
Really, like,
irrelevant.
come on now. Come
irrelevant.
on. I'm just saying, like.
I'm just saying, irrelevant.
Okay.
In the context of this verdict, the fact that he wasn't supposed to have the gun, all that's irrelevant.
So you remember what the cause was, right? The cause was they were
what cause?
The cause that they were rioting or
the rebellions did the whole thing about Jacob Blake.
Jacob Blake.
Yeah.
So that's what the cause was. So the people that were standing up for Jacob Blake, they don't care if you was just standing with them. It was just like you gon',
right.
Get it.
But what I'm saying though is, it's irrelevant that he was 17 at the time. It's irrelevant that he took a gun at the time to the verdict. All these things that people are saying, he had the gun. And he went there and he walked down the street. Like after he shot somebody, he was walking down the street and if I saw him with a gun, I would have attacked him too. Or you would have got shot too, and he would have got off for shooting you too. Because the thing that the colonial court asked, the question the colonial court asked the jurors to determine was whether this guy had some reasonable fear that he was going to suffer imminent bodily harm, or death.
Right.
But
he's carrying a gun. An AR-15, 17-year-old, can't even buy cigarettes, alcohol, nothing like that, but got a firearm.
Right.
And going, you know what? I'm going to go to another state. I'm just going to go pull out this gun.
See, that's what
I'm going to get up with other.
That's irrelevant.
I'm going to get up with other people who do another state. I'm going to get up with this other group. Because that's what he got with a group of people who there to protect or whatever the case may be. What kind of group was that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
To protect the car dealership group.
That's it. To protect the car dealership group.
But that's irrelevant. Because when you run at this guy who has a gun.
Mm-hmm. Now let me ask you this. The victims, God rest their souls.
Yeah.
Did they have any weapons?
I don't. So I didn't watch the trial, like I said. I think one of them had a gun, and or somebody shot. What I heard is somebody had a gun and somebody shot in the air, and somebody, But when you said you didn't have any weapons, you mean firearms? I don't know,
well,
but I know somebody.
How did he feel threatened?
Well, somebody,
because I really didn't.
Somebody running at him. So
somebody coming at him.
One of the guys, I believe the first guy who got shot, was running at him and lunged at him. Right. So this guy, if I recall, so what I did see was I saw some of the Rittenhouse's testimony on cross examination, and I saw the closing arguments, some of the closing arguments from the state and some of the closing arguments from the defense. And so based on those things, I think I recall that the first guy who got shot was, a guy who had made threats to Rittenhouse earlier, and then at some point in time, made moves that might lead a reasonable person to believe that they were going to carry out those threats. So that was the guy who ran and lunged at him. And then, go ahead.
Yeah, no. I'm just reading it.
Yeah. And then there was this guy, after he shot this guy, he's running away, the 17-year-old running away from the situation. And somebody hit him with a rock. That's why I asked you, when you say weapon, do you mean firearm? But somebody hit him with a rock. A rock is a weapon. I mean, David killed Goliath with the goddamn rock.
I guess, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, a rock is a weapon. Somebody hit him in the head with a skateboard. You can weaponize a skateboard. So, I mean, these people, were presented. I'm just saying, to a jury. This is how the colonial court system is set up, is what I'm saying. That's my point. The colonial court system says that if this person feels imminent harm, reasonably fears imminent bodily harm or death, that they can make this move. That's the colonial court system. And as long as the system is that way, then Kyle Rittenhouse can go home like he did, just like George Zimmerman. On the other hand, if an African try to run from the police, he get shot dead. But that's the colonial court system.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, if we want to, we can't say that there's something wrong with the system, because the system is working exactly how it is designed to work. And we're going to say that some more about that on the other side of the break. This is the Life Malcolm Show, y'all. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Agent Wright, better known as Mr. Clean. You looking for some great barbecue? Come see them two brothers in the grill, located at 423 Virginia Street, Charleston, West Virginia. We got ribs, chicken, pulled pork, brisket, collard greens, mac and cheese, baby. Come get some and get you a nice, smooth cigar. 304-550-4431. That is 304-550-4431. Come get some, baby. The Rib Man, mama, the Rib Man.
In Touch Radio.
This is Joel Sylvain
and Kevin Carr,
and we're with Power Moves, where celebrities, athletes, key influential executives,
influencers
share how they make money, how they attract power, and how they earn respect. Come join us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Power Moves
on In Touch Radio. See you nodding your head and tapping your feet. In Touch Radio will be right back.
Y'all be playing some of the best music I ever heard.
With more of your OMG jams, we're In Touch Radio.
All right. So yeah, back to the whole Rittenhouse thing, man. Because I know people are like, a lot of people up in arms and all, got they whatever's in a bunch, got their druthers all balled up about this situation and the verdict. But the way the law is set up, I mean, if you can't be, it's crazy. You can't be mad at the verdict and not be mad at the system. You see what I'm saying? Like, there are people who right now gonna be mad at the verdict, but pledge allegiance to the flag that which is the pedestal that verdict rests on. You with me on that? There are people who will be mad at the verdict, but still say that America is the greatest country in the world, as if it's not the system, as if it's not the colonial capitalist system, the laws of the colonial capitalist system that says it's okay for Rittenhouse to run around and do what he did that day, but at the same time says it was wrong for Nat Turner. The same system. The system ain't changed. They say it was wrong for Nat Turner to fight for his freedom against the institution of slavery, which most people, even the same people who say that slavery was wrong, right? People will say slavery was wrong, slavery was bad, is bad, all that stuff, and still uphold the system that condemned Nat Turner for fighting against slavery, for killing the goddamn slave master. They still uphold that system, which is the same system that upheld Kyle Rittenhouse's conduct. So all I can tell you is, show me. Let's get the jury instructions. Look at the jury instructions. Look at this. Where's Kenosha? Was it Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin. Look at the Wisconsin statutes, and let's see how the jury got it wrong. Based on, and I'm gonna tell you, the defense did. They made a good move to put that boy on the stand. Because did you watch any of it? Did you see anything?
I didn't see it because I pretty much was busy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't really watch TV that much. But I do catch the news when I can. But let's remind the people of the charges
Yeah, go ahead.
Rittenhouse was charged with.
Go ahead.
He was charged with
5 crimes.
2 accounts of homicide.
Right.
1 account of attempted homicide.
Right.
2 counts of reckless endangerment.
Right.
1 count of unlawful possession of a firearm.
And there was another one.
And 1 count of a curfew violation.
Okay. I think they found him. I think they acquitted him of 5 charges. I know the judge got rid of the firearm possession charge or something like that. The judge dropped that. He dismissed that.
Well, yeah, they found him not guilty of the remaining charges or whatever.
Yeah, I think it was 5 of them.
That.
But I just want to say though, the real, in my view, the lesson that colonized people in this country ought to take from this Kyle Rittenhouse verdict is all of us need to have a damn gun. You know, the problem, even, man, look.
Now, if somebody's coming at you,
yeah,
I could understand stand your ground. You getting attacked. You about to go at it.
Yeah.
You about to.
So you saying that Kyle Rittenhouse should have got off because the person ran at him. So go ahead. If somebody coming at you,
but he's coming at me. You know, it's a difficult situation because he went there. He went there knowing that there was gonna be there was tension already over there. You know what I'm saying?
The whole world is a dangerous place.
The whole world is a dangerous place.
Right.
But he went there armed with a gun, like just in case somebody come at me, it's okay to shoot.
Right. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, that's the question.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
But like you were saying
nothing wrong
earlier,
with it, but okay.
But there is a but.
All right, I'm listening.
If you're coming at me with a gun, then I understand this. You know, it's a gun thing. But if you coming at me with hands, that's a different story. You know,
what does that mean? What if you're coming at me with hands? What makes the story different?
What makes the story different?
Yeah.
If you don't have a weapon, I'm not gonna. If you're gonna bring a weapon, I'm gonna bring a weapon. You're gonna find something that, for me, I'm a fair, equal fighter.
Yeah.
You know, but people don't fight fair.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's the thing.
So
people don't fight fair.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a fair fight.
There is not.
It's not sports.
Yeah.
It's not boxing. It's not UFC. This the real world. The world is a dangerous place. And if you coming at me with hands, just because that's why the police always tell me, show me your hands. Anybody, I don't know what you got.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I don't see it in your hand, don't mean you don't got it.
Right.
Don't have access to it.
You agree to everything that's been going on? I mean, because
what's everything? That's
as far as the verdict. You agree with the verdict? Because I mean, you're a lawyer and stuff like that. So you coming at me with some lawyer.
I'm not just a lawyer. I'm a criminal defense lawyer.
Okay.
And I'm saying if Kyle Rittenhouse was my client,
right,
he would have got off because the state could not prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he did not act in self-defense. That's all I'm saying.
So it's the right verdict.
It's the right verdict. I'm not saying it's the right system. I'm saying it's the right verdict.
Okay.
You know?
I do. I get
that. Yeah, just like with Nat Turner. I'm saying it's the right verdict. The wrong system. There's something wrong with the system that can come back with a verdict that says a man can't fight for his own life, but it's based on the rules, it's the right verdict.
Mm-hmm.
You dig? But it's the system that's messed up. It's the messed up system that allows for that right verdict. But more than that, what I'm saying is somebody running number one, they saw Kyle Rittenhouse's gun. So if you're gonna run at somebody with a gun, it might make sense for you to have your gun too. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand why you would run to a gun, but okay.
Well, I mean, I could tell you about that too. It's smarter to run to a gunfight than it is to run from a gunfight, because you're just a target when you're running away. You know, if you can close the distance and get there, it's smarter to run to the gunfight. But Kyle Rittenhouse, it wasn't even a gunfight. You know, he wasn't pointing the gun, as far as I understand it. He wasn't pointing the gun at people. He wasn't threatening people with the gun. These people were threatening him. And they thought that the young boy would not respond the way he did. And they were wrong. And the young boy did what, in my view, any intelligent person with a gun would do. if they felt like imminent bodily harm or death was present. My bigger problem is the people who didn't have their gun. Like, why? Like, people. I mean, you see. I mean, I don't know if you can, I don't know if people can tell, but I wear a bulletproof vest every day. I'm in Tampa for sure. Like, sometimes when I'm in Homestead, I don't. But when I'm in Tampa, every day, cause Tampa ain't shit. The police. And I ain't cussed in about 3 months on this show. 2.5. So my quota is Tampa ain't shit. The police here have been able to kill African people and cover it up. And all the news media, that's why I appreciate In Touch News for having the courage to allow the Life Malcolm show to exist. Because ain't no other show nowhere in Tampa, on no network, daring to say the stuff that that In Touch News allows me to say on the Life Malcolm show. The Tampa Police Department for years have been able to do the most horrible, brutal, vicious stuff to African people and get away with it because they cover it up. They don't put out the videos. They got the videos, but they don't put out the videos. They cover it up. The police lie. The mayors allow the police to cover up the criminal conduct, and nobody does anything about it. And so, hell, they got bulletproof vests. The police got bulletproof vests. I think it's smart for the colonized to have bulletproof vests. The police got guns. I think we talked about it last week on this show. Colonized ought to have guns too. Get you a gun. If you can't get a gun, get a knife. If you can't get a gun or a knife, learn how to fight. But damn it, the intelligent, the problem, all these Africans who get killed by the police, all these unarmed Africans getting killed by the police, the problem, obviously can't be, I'm with you, obviously can't be that the police got the gun. The problem has to be that we don't have the gun. Listen, it's an African proverb that says that if a man is something like this, if a man is trampled by an elephant, he's blind and deaf. How you don't hear the elephant? How you don't see the elephant? If you get trampled by the elephant, you blind and deaf. And so you see these people with the gun, and that's the bigger point for me. Not that Kyle Rittenhouse had a gun, but that these other people out here didn't have the gun. I don't know if they was singing like songs or praying prayers or hoping hopes that in a chaotic situation where they were, stuff wasn't gonna pop off. But that's not reality. So I said all that what I said, and I meant it. And we have to do what we got to do to protect ourselves and defend ourselves, because the government ain't gonna do it. You saw that with the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. The government said with that verdict, you on your own. get your ass a gun. And yeah. All right then. So next week we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna talk about the whole Life Malcolm show. We've been on for a year, and we appreciate y'all tuning in for that long. We'll see you next time right here on In Touch News.
Happy Thanksgiving too. By the way.
Happy Thanksgiving too. Yeah, all that. No, what? No, DJ Cutlass ain't no Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Take It Back Day. Get it back, indigenous people.